So I chose differences in cultures. Let's go to Brazil. The region is Latin American and Caribbean. The population is 209,469,333 people. Their income category is in the upper middle class. So I'm preparing for my trip to Brazil to interact with the local professionals there. Some of their striking categories are they are the largest company in South America by way of the Atlantic Ocean. Also, they have the Amazon River flowing through there, which runs through the northern side of Brazil. There is also a rainforest that covers at least a third of the country. Their language is also Portuguese. Brazil has won the Soccer World Cup at least 5 times, higher than any other country in the world. Some of the Brazil's characteristics that may affect your business deals are possibly not arriving to your meeting on time, also not exchanging your business cards when you're doing your introduction at the beginning of the business meeting. Another one could be expecting them to be on time. They are a bit more relaxed when it comes to timekeeping, per se, than we are in the U.S. So those were just a few things that maybe you shouldn't do. So now we're going to talk about just a few things pertaining to the actual culture. So they consider it to be rude if you eat food with your hands. I know you're thinking, I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. Even pizza. They don't want you to eat pizza with your hands. So if they're out on the streets, they tend to go for more things like sandwiches that you could wrap up in a napkin and, not just hold it with your hands. So it's rude if you're eating food with your hands. They don't like for you to put your bags on the floor or leave them on the floor. Also, don't assume that they all can speak English, because not every one of them can. And then when it comes down to measuring business practices with them, they put themselves on a scale of from 1 to 190. And let's say if they're starting a new business, they fell in a range of from 1 to 190, they fell at a range of 138. If we look at their when they're registering their properties as such for their business, they fell at a range of 133 on a range from 1 to 190. As far as paying their taxes, they fell in a range of 184. If they have to resolve any insolvencies, they did fall a little low in a category of in a range of 77. So we're going to identify a few tips now regarding business etiquette of a country in the Middle East, and the country I chose happens to be Israel. In Israel, they prefer that you use formal titles instead of just, calling them by their first names. Also, they like for you to treat your business partners just like your friends. So be very friendly with them, try to get to know them. And also something else is anytime you're doing business, be sure to be dressed in business attire. Don't be so relaxed, or don't be just dressed casual. Don't wear things like beachwear and jeans and torn or ripped shirts that we do tend to wear a lot here in the U.S. And also be respectful of their religion and their religious cultures. And as for reading their research, I would say the best thing to do is read before you go to another country. Try to find out as much as you possibly can about them, their cultures, their religion, even the food that they like to eat, some of their hobbies. Find out what we shouldn't do before we go, because of course we don't want to end up offending anyone. So I would say yes, read, research, prepare, and just be ready for your arrival. And also be courteous as well as business etiquette. Use as much business etiquette as possible. Thank you so much.